because you sit here in a trouser suit leading your own business, and 50 years ago you would not have been permitted to do those things.
But that doesn't make me... So for me, my way of thinking about it is writing my own book, walking my own path, dancing to the beat of my own drum, rather than defining myself within a social structure.
Oh, 100%.
As a feminist or a non-feminist. Because for me, I like, it's so important that my son has good manners.
Yeah.
And that means politeness as any gender, but it also means what it means to be a gender. So good manners is like a massive, priority for me, except in eating habits, where admission is slightly feral. Probably shouldn't tell everyone that. But actually understanding and appreciating and respecting women, for him, for me as a mother to instill in him, is so hugely important. So I would never want to create a situation where he's like, and I hope it would be impossible for me to do that as a single mum, but where he's like, oh, you're a woman, so you do this.
Yeah.
By the same note, I want him to feel strong in his gender. And again, obviously, if he was born transgender or not knowing his gender, that would be a different thing, but I want him to feel strong in that. But I don't want to I want to celebrate who he is, and part of that is he is a boy and then he is a man, and that is different from and again, if I had a daughter, I would be wanting them to celebrate what it is about them that is female, if it's appropriate. So like, I will never make my son play football, and if I had a daughter and she didn't want to cook, I'd never make her cook, and vice versa. Like, if my son wants to cook, which he does, I'm celebrating that. And if my daughter wants to play football, I'd celebrate that. Yeah. I love it, in fact. But, so it's not about saying, oh, I'm going to restrict anyone to their gender, but it's like, I want to support you to celebrate what you are. And there are certain differences between the genders, which I want you to appreciate and respect.
Yeah.
One of which is hold the bags. And, someone could say, well, that's just general good manners.
That's what I think. I think I actually feel it's about, because if it was me and you, or my 9-year-old niece and me, I'd be like, no, pull your weight.
Yeah.
It's not. It's, for me, it's about, I believe in good manners as an expression of kindness and respect.
Yes.
I don't think that's about one gender having deference or a certain obligation to the other. So equally, yes, I love having a door open for me.
Yeah.
But I don't expect it to be a man holding the door open. But equally, I enjoy holding the door open for someone else, because it's a small act of kindness that makes their life their day a little bit better.
Yeah.
And so I don't see that as a gender point of view. I think it's about having consideration to what another human being needs and being willing to provide that. So if that human being happens to be a woman who may, because of, unfortunately, the way society operates at the moment, feel vulnerable and unsafe walking across a car park at night. Yeah. And actually, then I would expect a man who can diffuse that feeling of unsafeness to walk across the car park with me. Yeah. But equally, if I had a girlfriend who wanted me to walk with her because she felt unsafe, I'd do that too. Yeah. So I think it is about respect for what another human being needs, and I think that manners are an expression of kindness. Yeah. And I also think, to your point, yes, differences between people, whatever their gender, absolutely should be recognised and embraced.
Yeah,